Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping straight into something really interesting. It's
hmm
for anyone who's ever had that spark that, hey, I've got an idea for a website moment,
hmm
but maybe, wasn't quite sure how to actually start. We've been digging into some info about a tool called VibeCodeST.
Yeah.
And honestly, for folks wanting to get web ideas off the ground quickly, smoothly,
hmm
it looks, well, really promising. A real sort of creative boost, you could almost say. Like a vibe coder's dream, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah, we've looked at the details on VibeCodeST, especially its key features, in this current beta version.
Right.
And what really comes through is this picture of a very streamlined web development environment. It seems particularly designed with like new users in mind.
Okay.
So our goal today really is to understand what VibeCodeST is, and maybe more importantly, what it actually offers someone who's just landed there, just discovering it, and wants to, start building something.
Okay, so first timer lands on the VibeCodeST website. What's the elevator pitch? What is this thing offering them?
Well, the core idea is that VibeCodeST is a cutting-edge development environment, but it lives entirely in your web browser.
In the browser.
Entirely. Think about that. No software to download, nothing to install on your computer. It's all just there online.
So no complex setup hurdles right off the bat. That definitely sounds less intimidating.
Right.
So who's it really aimed at then? Is it just for like coding pros, or is it more for someone with the idea, the vibe, but maybe not a ton of coding experience yet?
The emphasis seems very much on making web development accessible. For everyone, really. It's built to be fast, intuitive, even visually inspiring is a term they use.
Oh, wait.
So it should appeal whether you're, say, a seasoned front-end dev looking for a quick prototyping tool, or someone who's got that brilliant concept but is maybe just starting their coding journey.
Intuitive and visually inspiring.
Yeah.
Those definitely grab my attention. Okay, so picture me. I'm that new user, just landed on the site. What are some of the first things I can actually do? Like, what features immediately show me what this platform's about?
Okay, so one of the probably most interesting starting points is the AI-powered prompt generation.
AI-powered. How does that work?
Well, let's say you have an idea, maybe a simple page to show off your favorite recipes, right?
Sure.
Inside VibeCodeST, you can just describe this idea in, plain language. And the platform then helps you craft a really well-structured prompt.
A prompt for what?
A prompt you can then feed into AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini.
Oh, I see. So VibeCodeST helps you talk to the AI, which can then generate some starting code for you.
Precisely.
So instead of that, scary blank code editor,
Exactly.
you describe your vision, and VibeCodeST kind of gives you a leg up by guiding the AI.
That's the idea. And this can really, really speed up those first crucial steps. Often getting that first bit of working code is the biggest hurdle for newcomers.
Yeah, totally.
And this feature is designed to make that jump much, much smaller. They even mention in the beta there's speech recognition.
Seriously?
Yeah, so you could literally just speak your idea, and VibeCodeST helps turn that into an AI prompt.
Okay, wow. That sounds like a fantastic way to beat that initial, where do I even start feeling. So once I maybe have some code, perhaps from the AI, what does the actual coding part look like? How do I work with it?
Right, so you'll find a multi-tabbed code editor.
Multi-tab.
Yeah, think of it like having separate, clearly labeled areas, the different parts of your web page. One tab for the structure, that's your HTML.
Okay.
Another for the visual style, that's the CSS. And a third for making things interactive, that's your JavaScript.
So it keeps things organized.
Exactly. For someone new, this kind of structured layout can be super helpful. It helps you understand how these different pieces fit together. Like separate notebooks for different subjects. Keeps it all tidy.
That makes a lot of sense. Keep those core bits separate. And as I'm typing in these tabs, how do I actually see what I'm building? Do I have to save and refresh constantly?
No, and that's where the real-time preview comes in. It's invaluable.
Real time?
Yeah, as you type your code, there's a live window right there in the interface that updates instantly.
Oh, nice.
This immediate visual feedback, it's so powerful, especially when you're learning or just trying things out. You can tweak a button color, change an image size.
And see it straight away.
See it straight away, yeah. It really encourages experimentation, lets you see your ideas take shape literally in real time. It's all about that rapid prototyping, that quick learning loop.
Okay, I love the sound of that. That instant gratification, no more guessing. Now, what if my idea is bigger than just one page? Like an about page and a contact page. How does VibeCode handle that?
Yep, it covers that. VibeCodeST lets you easily add and remove multiple HTML files.
Ah,
So yeah, if you want that separate About Us or Contact page, you can create and manage those different pages right there within the platform.
cool.
And what's also useful is you can load existing project files.
Oh, so if I started something somewhere else.
Exactly. Or if you have an older project you want to tinker with, you can bring those files right into VibeCodeST and, pick up where you left off.
So flexible then,
Hmm.
whether you're starting fresh or bringing something in.
Yeah.
Now, inside those code editors, are there like the basic tools I'd expect, copy, paste, that kind of thing?
Absolutely. Yeah, you get the essential code manipulation tools, things like select all, super handy for grabbing everything in a file.
Mm.
Copy and paste, obviously fundamental for moving code around. And clear, just quickly empty an editor if you need to start over on a section.
Right, the basics.
It might seem basic, but
Right.
they're the workhorses, right? They really make the editing workflow much smoother.
Definitely the everyday tools you can't live without. Okay, so I've built something. I'm pretty happy with it. How do I get it out of VibeCodeST? Like to share it or put it online or just save it?
Good question. So VibeCodeST lets you download your entire project. It packages it up as a clean ZIP file.
Or a ZIP file, okay.
The beta version notes do mention you currently need to provide an email address to do this download.
Gotcha. Beta requirement.
Right. But this ZIP file contains all your code, your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, plus any other assets your project might need. And it even includes a helpful little readme file explaining the structure.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, it makes it really easy then to take that ZIP and upload it to a web hosting service or just, share the file with friends or collaborators.
Okay, so it's neatly packaged, ready to go.
Yeah.
And you mentioned sharing. I think I saw something about a specific share function.
Yes, that's another cool feature. With just like a single click, VibeCodeST can generate a unique shareable link for your project.
A link, what does that do?
When you send this link to someone, they can open it in their browser and they'll see your code, and crucially, they'll see a live preview of your web app, just like you see it in your editor.
Whoa, okay. So they don't need VibeCodeST themselves.
Nope, they just need the link. It makes getting feedback or even collaborating on stuff incredibly simple and visual.
That's fantastic. Super easy way to get quick eyes on your work or show off progress without messing with file transfers. Now, for someone totally new to this kind of platform, is there any help to get started, to find their way around?
Yeah, there is. VibeCodeST includes a built-in feature tour.
A tour?
Think of it like a guided walkthrough. It points out the different parts of the interface, explains what the buttons do, what each section is for. It's specifically designed to help newcomers quickly get their bearings and start using the app effectively.
A built-in guide. That sounds perfect for those first few clicks, figure out what's
Right.
what. Now, just briefly, under the hood, what's powering this? Is it, built on old tech?
No, not at all. Based on the info we have, it seems VibeCodeST is built using really modern web technologies, things like React, TypeScript, and Tailwind CSS.
Okay, those sound familiar, but what does that mean for the user, simply?
Well, using React generally means the interface itself feels dynamic and responsive, contributing to that smooth, intuitive feel we talked about.
Right.
TypeScript helps make the underlying code more reliable, less prone to errors. And Tailwind CSS is a popular way to style websites quickly and efficiently. It also mentions integrations with things like Supabase.
Supabase.
Yeah, for back-end stuff like databases and user accounts, and Netlify for hosting websites. So it suggests there's a pathway there for building even more advanced apps down the line.
Okay, so it's built on a solid, modern foundation. That's good to know. So let's really nail this down for our listener who's just landed on the site. Who is VibeCodeST specifically for? Who gets the most out of this?
Right. The primary audience seems to be front-end developers, web designers, and really anyone who has an idea for a web app and wants to create a working model fast. That rapid prototyping idea.
Oh.
It's also highlighted as being great for educators and students learning web development fundamentals.
Makes sense.
So whether you're aiming for a simple personal page like that recipe site or maybe something more complex and interactive, VibeCodeST is designed to streamline that initial, often tricky development process.
Okay, so it sounds like a pretty wide range then, from absolute beginners maybe dipping their toes in to more experienced folks who just want to sketch out ideas quickly. That vibe coder energy again.
Yeah, I think that fits.
So let's just quickly recap the core things. What can a new user actually do right away in VibeCodeST?
Sure. So key actions. You can edit code, the structure with HTML, the style with CSS, the interactivity with JavaScript.
Right, the 3 pillars.
You can see your changes live instantly with the real-time preview.
The instant feedback loop.
Yep. You can use the AI prompt generation to help get code based on your ideas.
Kickstart the project.
You've got project management, naming, downloading, sharing your work, and file management, adding, removing, loading multiple HTML files for those multi-page sites.
Got it. So those are the actions. But what are the real wins for someone new? The advantages? Why pick VibeCodeST?
Well, for a new user, the benefits look pretty significant. You get increased productivity right away, thanks to that AI help and the instant visual feedback.
Less getting stuck.
Exactly. Collaboration is super easy with that one-click sharing. The whole workflow is designed to be simplified, user-friendly, makes that initial learning curve feel, well, much less steep.
It lowers the barrier to entry, yeah.
Definitely. You can rapidly prototype, bring visual concepts to life, experiment quickly, and it supports semantic HTML5, which is just good practice for accessible websites.
Right.
And maybe a big one for trying it out during this beta phase, downloading your projects is currently free.
Free during beta. That's fantastic. A great way to just dive in and see if it clicks.
For sure.
So bringing it all together, it really sounds like VibeCodeST is laser-focused on creating this accessible, efficient space, especially for anyone wanting to start building on the web, maybe taking those very first steps.
That's exactly the impression. It feels like a supportive, feature-rich environment tailored to help new users confidently get into web development without feeling overwhelmed by all the usual complexity.
So if you're listening and you've had that website idea, that portfolio, maybe just a simple online tool kicking around in your head, something that maybe felt too big, too daunting to even begin, think about this. What if you could actually start prototyping that idea, maybe even today? With tools like AI, help to get you rolling and instant visual feedback. Taking those first crucial steps might be way easier and honestly more exciting than you thought. What could you prototype today? Thanks for exploring VibeCodeST with us.